As the 90s gave way to a new era of hip-hop, three of some of the biggest names in the game came together with one goal in mind: to dominate the music industry like never before. Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule, three legends, one supergroup. But what happens when egos clash, creative differences arise, and the dream of a hip-hop powerhouse turns into a failed experiment? This is the story of Jay-Z's failed rap group, a tale of missed opportunities, shattered dreams, and land of what could have been. Now, Jay-Z, one on his whole, has one of the most interesting stories pertaining to his rise to fame. When Jay-Z started rapping and gained traction in the streets, he was on hunt to obtain a record deal. Jay-Z met Dame Dash through mutual friend DJ Clark Kent. As at the time, Dash was working as an assistant at a clothing store that was involved in promoting rap shows. Through this occurrence, Dame Dash became Jay-Z's business partner and later manager. Due to the lack of new record labels wanting to sign Jay-Z because he was deemed too old, as hip-hop is geared towards young people, Jay-Z, Dame Dash, Greenberg launched Rocfella Records in 1994, which became one of the most successful and influential record labels in the late 90s and early 2000s. In 1996, Jay-Z released Reasonable Doubt. Now, Reasonable Doubt was a statement to all the record labels they didn't want to sign him, because it showcased his undeniable talent as a rapper and a storyteller. The album was released independently by Jay-Z's own record label, Rocfella Records. Its widespread critical acclaim in the streets of New York came from songs like Can't Knock Hustle featuring Mary J. Blige, Brooklyn's Finest featuring Biggie Smalls, and Ain't No Nigga featuring Foxy Brown. The commercial success of Reasonable Doubt proved that Jay-Z had the ability to create a timeless classical album, connected with the audience despite the skepticism of industry insiders. The album's theme of street life and struggles growing up from poverty were relatable to many listeners that grew up in urban black cities in America. In '97, Jay released In My Life Volume 1, his second studio album, featuring productions from Puff Daddy, DJ Premier, Teddy Riley, and Trackmaster. The titles reflected Jay-Z's uncertainty about whether he would live to see another day, given the dangers and risks that come with living a life of crime. The album included guest appearances from Foxy Brown, Lil Kim, Too Short, and others, exploring the theme of street life and the quest for financial success, as well as Jay-Z's personal struggles, with standout tracks like The City Is Mine, Who You With To, and The Streets Is Watching. In My Life Volume 1 is considered an important stepping stone in Jay-Z's career, as the rest of 1998 was the year of greatness for everyone. 1998 was the mark year for Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule. Following the success of In My Life Volume 1, Jay-Z released Hard Knock Life Volume 2, which featured Ja Rule, DMX, Memphis Bleek, and Beanie Siegel. DMX featured on the songs Money, Cash, and Hoes, and Ja Rule featured on Can I Get A, which became a popular radio and club hit. 1998 was the year of DMX. DMX, Yonkers rapper, was a part of the Rough Riders collective, which included groups like The Lox and others. DMX had an iconic year, with both albums debuting at #1 on the US Billboard 200 charts. Its Stardom released in May that year. The DMX debut studio album featured hit singles such as Rough Riders Anthem and Get At Me Dog, which on one hand, critics praised, but on the other hand, critics gave a side-eye due to his aggressive sound such as barking like a dog. The uniqueness of DMX helped establish him as one of the most exciting artists of that time. 7 months later, in December of '98, X released Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, making DMX the first artist ever to release 2 #1 albums in the same year, featuring collabs from both Jay-Z and Mary J. Blige. Despite the commercial success of DMX's album It's Dark As Hell and Hell Is Hot, and Flesh of My Flesh and Blood of My Blood both debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 charts in 1998, DMX did not receive any Grammy nominations that year. This was seen by many as a snub from the Recording Academy, who were criticized for knowing the rising popularity of hip-hop and urban music. Many fans believe that DMX's album deserved more recognition for its impact on the genre and successful album sales. Following the success of DMX's albums, Jay-Z boycotted the Grammys in 1999 due to disappointment for hip-hop artists and music. He believed that the awards show and the Recording Academy did not respect or appreciate the genre and its contribution to the music industry, as Jay-Z didn't want to support an organization that did not value the voice and artistry of black artists. Queens-based rapper Ja Rule, known for his breakout hit Living It Up, was the third and final piece of the group. Before signing a record deal with Murdering, founded by Gotti, Ja Rule was a part of a hip-hop group called Cash Money Click in 1994, helping him gain exposure and connections in the music industry. Cash Money Click was an independent rap group signed to TBT Records, ran by Mike Geronimo. The group included Ja Rule, 01, and Chris Black, and the group signed for a measly $15K according to Ja Rule that was split 3 ways amongst the group. Due to them signing a deal that provided little to no money, they agreed as a group to flip the money the easiest way possible by selling drugs. As a result of these actions, Chris Black, 1/3 of the group, got locked up on drug charges for 5 years. The imprisonment of Chris Black caused turmoil within the remaining group members and the TBT execs, because TBT only wanted to push the trio group, so Ja Rule and 01 could no longer push their music. After Ja Rule got out of that TBT deal, he started working with Nerve Gotti, and Nerve Gotti was pitching him to Lyor Cohen, the head of Def Jam at the time, to sign Ja Rule, as Lyra Cohen was looking to sign a few new groups. In a meeting with Lyra Cohen, Ja Rule, Irv Gotti, 01, and a few other record label execs, Lyra got straight to the point. Lyra only wanted to sign Ja Rule, meaning 01, the other member, was left up to dry, and it's basically a bittersweet moment. Lyra Cohen agreed to sign Ja Rule and hire Irv Gotti as Def Jam A&R because he brought in Ja Rule. He met producer and Def Jam A&R executive Irv Gotti through a mutual friend. Irv Gotti was impressed with his talent and signed him to his label, Murder Inc., which was a joint venture with Def Jam. Although Ja Rule was particularly known for his hits with Ashanti, he had to release some hits in his early days to build a buzz. In 1999, Ja released his debut studio album, Veni Vedi Vici, featuring Hove, DMX, that was certified platinum. In that same year, this three-headed trio that achieved a decent amount of solo success started the Supergroup and were featured on XXL in June of 1999. Irv Gotti was instrumental in helping Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and DMX, but he saw something in them that screamed Supergroup. However, things didn't go as planned. It was hard to get them all together in the same room, as each rapper was more focused on their solo careers. Irv was planting the seeds of his Murder Inc. label and briefly spoke about the opportunity to market this trio. The Supergroup with JX and Ja, I used to push branding for Murder Inc. All I gotta do is put a hot track on and then go at it. If there's a studio and the rapper's rapping, X is trying to kill you. Hove, you can't tell Hove at the best. He thinks he's the F'est stillest ever, and he might be. Rule has Napoleon complex. If you think for 1 second he's bound out to anybody, no. Then Jay-Z elaborated on the feelings working alongside DMX and a young Ja Rule. I think it was everyone's ambition and everyone's ego. It was just 3 guys, 3 independent labels, 3 black men who were all fighting to be the best in the world. Me and X are like a thing. He was always super competitive with me, and I was super competitive at the time as well. Ja was just happy to be in the room at the time. He hadn't become the Ja Rule that we all come to know and love. It's truly not a Queens New York hip hop video. We don't talk about 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. 50 Cent was bashing Ja Rule for being put on by Jay-Z and DMX, and how his career wasn't worth anything without them, and how Ja Rule was a carbon copy of Tupac Shakur, an artist that Ja Rule emulated heavily. On 50 Cent's song Back Down from his Get Rich Die Tryin' album, he took shots at Ja Rule being an unknown studio gangster who got airlifted to success. You can buy cars, but you can't buy respect in the hood. Maybe I'm so disrespectful because to me, you're a mystery. I know niggas from your hood, you have no history. Never poke nothing, never pop nothing, niggas stop fronting. Jay put you on, X made you hot, now you're not like some big shot. This was the first of many 50 Cent disses aimed at Ja Rule and the whole Murder Inc. record label. As when 50 was making his rise in the music scene, Irv Gotti, Ja, and Murder Inc. were blocking 50 Cent from signing any record deals. Because they're all in the same Def Jam Universal Music Group conglomerate, they had more power and leeway as 50 was newly entered the company.
The other thing that I would probably tell a young DJ Irv is, let Atlantic Records sign 50 Cent. Because I blocked the nigga till he fell into M and Dre's lap.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah, labels would call me, and I was so hot with, I was just the hottest thing. So I'd be like, yo, if you fuck with him, I ain't fucking with you. And they'd be like, we ain't fucking with him, man, Gotti, forget it. I should have let some of them bullshit ass labels, or not bullshit labels, but just not labels with M and Dre behind them.
Exactly.
He had a deal with Sony before. He wasn't moving like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll block that nigga into a dream situation. I couldn't.
God's plan. I hate to say it, it's God's plan.
It is. That's all God's plans. It's God's plans for this, for whatever's happening now and everything like that. But you asked me if I could go back in the future and tell, I'd have said, yo, play it right.
Leading back to the failed Jay-Z rap group organized by Irv Gotti at the time, it seemed like a disappointment regarding what this group could have been. It's safe to say the careers of Ja Rule, DMX, and Jay-Z all flourished at a higher rate as solo careers, as although the competitive nature would have been entertaining to watch, none of them would have reached the levels of stardom staying so closely together, as their solo success as artists hindered their commitment to the group. We saw what Jay-Z did with Rocfella Records, signed him all to groups like State Property and Dipset, and the amount of money Jay-Z has made off his image of being a successful rapper and mogul, which is billions. But we all know certain things happen for a reason. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend watching the Drake Ghostwriter Who Lost Everything. Touch on the iconic Drake vs. Meek Mill 2015 rivalry that resulted in many lyrical disses and a few physical altercations. Follow me on Instagram at JaredStar1 and follow me on Twitter at Star1da, 2 R's, 1DA, and gone.